Southeast Boise, North Boise, Boise Bench? Where are all these neighborhoods in Boise, Idaho anyways? Let's find out. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Summer Aston. I'm a realtor in the beautiful Boise, Idaho with Silver Creek Realty Group, and I get asked all the time about where the specific neighborhoods in Boise are. So today we're going to use a map. And no, we're not going to use this kind of a map. I've made a map for you on Google Drive so that we can easily see where all those neighborhoods in Boise are. I'll also give you a little bit of information about each one of these neighborhoods, and if you stay till the end, then I will tell you how to get your free relocation guide, which talks a little bit more about each one of these neighborhoods and surrounding areas in the Treasure Valley. And I will also show you where to find that link that goes to the map that we are going to use today. I know that many of you want video tours of the neighborhoods and specific communities in Boise and the surrounding areas. Those are coming, so please consider subscribing if you want to check in and make sure you don't miss those when they come out. But for today, we are going to focus on those specific Boise neighborhood areas. Let's go to the map. There are several specific areas of Boise you'll hear people referring to, but I'm narrowing them down to 8. So here's downtown Boise right here. This yellow area is North Boise. This dark green area is Northwest Boise. This orange little area right here is Garden City. This purple area is West Boise. This light green area is South or Southwest Boise. This light blue area is the Boise Bench. This maroon area is Southeast Boise. And this dark blue area is Northeast or East Boise. Let's start in the heart of Boise, downtown Boise, or the north end. So let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so these lines back here are kind of arbitrary. There aren't really hardly any homes up here. There are a few homes up in the hills up on this road, but most of the homes are right between this border and about right here. So what we have bordering here, this is 36th Street. This is Bogus Basin Road. This is the road that goes up to the ski resort. Here's downtown Boise. And as you can see, we have the river that is running right through Boise. North and downtown Boise are known for so many activities and events like Zoo Boise, Idaho History Museum, the Art Museum, the Science Discovery Center, the Capitol Building, musical events like Ballet Idaho, Opera Idaho, Boise Philharmonic, concerts and sporting events at the CenturyLink Arena, so many fun downtown events and dining. I cannot list them all here. And also all of the fun big city parks like Ann Morrison Park with the big fountains to play in, Catherine Albertson Park, Julia Davis Park, Camel's Back Park, and of course there's the river and the Greenbelt. And there's a section of North Boise called Hyde Park, which has dining and shops. Homes vary greatly here, from condos downtown to apartments to infill to newer homes with historic mansions and to hilltop custom homes. The majority of the homes here were built in the early 1900s and historic homes, but there's really a home style for everyone in downtown and North Boise. Now, because of its proximity to downtown, homes here sell for above the Ada County average. The median cost of a single-family home in the north end of Boise in June 2020 was $545,000, with $228,000 being the lowest sales price and $2.3 million being the highest sales price. Okay, let's move from North Boise over to Northwest Boise. So Northwest Boise does go a little bit farther out, and there are neighborhoods out here. This is where Avamore is and Dry Creek. There are neighborhoods like Hidden Springs and Cartwright Ranch back here. So those lines aren't quite as arbitrary. They are over here, though. This is just hills and mountains. So just to give you a little bit of perspective, this side of Northwest Boise, from right here, this is the Eagle border. From this Eagle border to get down to Boise, this is about 15 minutes from here to there. It's about 20 to 25 minutes from this farthest side of Northwest Boise into downtown Boise. And this border of Northwest Boise is also the Boise River. Bordered by the river, foothills, and eagle, Northwest Boise is known for access to many outdoor activities like biking, trails, the river, road biking on Hill Road, and easy access to the mountains. Homes in Northwest Boise range from apartments to older 1960s homes on large lots to homes built in the 90s all the way to new homes. And in fact, Northwest Boise has the bulk of the new home communities that are nestled in the foothills, like Cartwright Ranch, Dry Creek, and Avamore, and of course, popular Hidden Springs. Homes in Northwest Boise in June 2020, their median sales price was $357,400, with $223,000 being the low and just over $1 million being the high. So let's head from Northwest Boise to Garden City. So Garden City is this really little sliver. It's its own town in the middle of Boise, but the border is the Boise River, Eagle over here on the west, and then Chinden Boulevard over here. And the heart of Garden City really is the Boise River. Garden City, while enveloped by Boise, is not actually part of Boise. It's its own city with a city hall, a library, and a post office. Garden City is where the fairgrounds are located, which have many events. It's also the Boise Hawks baseball team plays in Garden City. It's a mix of upcoming neighborhoods and custom riverfront homes. You can even find an apartment on the Greenbelt here if you want river access. The median price of a home in June 2020 in Garden City was $311,000, with a low selling point of $40,000 for a trailer home and a high of $699,900. So from Garden City, let's head over here to West Boise. So the border of West Boise is Chinden, coming out of downtown Boise, and Highway 55, or Eagle Road. This is where all that shopping is along Eagle Road, right here between Boise and Meridian. And then Highway 84, and then the other border is this Highway 184, or the Connector. And this is the freeway that takes you right into downtown Boise. West Boise is up on the plateau above the river valley, and it's all about convenience to shopping and everything else in the valley. It's in the middle of Boise, so it's a pretty quick drive to anywhere. It's about 15 to 20 minutes in any direction to anything that you might need to get to. West Boise has several city parks. It's home to the Hewlett-Packard campus and the West YMCA. Homes in West Boise were mostly built from the 60s to the 90s, although there are some newer subdivisions. In June 2020, the median sales price was $300,000, with $44,000 being the low for a trailer home and $650,000 being the high. So from West Boise, let's head out towards Southwest or South Boise. So this isn't quite as an arbitrary line. This is Kuna out here. This is a continuation of Eagle Road on this border. And Southwest Boise borders Highway 84 here. And it takes in the Boise Airport, continues along Highway 84. And then this is around the Kuna border out here. Southwest Boise is where the majority of the new subdivisions in Boise are being built because there's still land available. Southwest Boise has a more country feel to it. There's a new city park, and due to all the housing being built, there are more things going in the south, like Albertsons, Walgreens, and some more food places. Southwest Boise is a great location with easy access to the freeway, Nampa, Boise, Kuna, and the airport. So if access to those things are a priority, look into Southwest Boise. The median sales price in June 2020 was $374,900, with a low sales price of $128,500 and a high of $725,000. Okay, let's go from Southwest Boise over to the Boise Bench. So, as you can see, the Boise Bench is really an extension of downtown Boise. It's very close. And it's called the Bench because it's up on the plateau, which follows right along here, Chinden. So, this is kind of higher level land. This is a plateau right here. And underneath this, it drops down into the river valley right here. So all of this down on the river is lower. There's more trees. Up here on the plateau, it's a little more flat. But if you can get a home right along the ridge of the plateau, then you'll have awesome mountain and downtown views. The Boise Bench sits right above downtown Boise up on the plateau overlooking the foothills and downtown. It has several city parks and it has tree-lined streets with large old-growth trees. It's home to the iconic Boise Train Depot, and it really has an up-and-coming vibe. It mirrors the North End with historic homes, but on the Bench, they're mostly bungalows, and you'll find more retro 50s and 60s homes on the Bench. You're about 10 minutes to downtown Boise, and there is lots of local shops around the Bench. The median sales price in the Boise Bench in June 2020 was $295,000 with a low of $55,000 for a trailer home and a high of $489,000. Let's head from the Boise Bench to Southeast Boise. This is kind of an arbitrary line out here for Southeast Boise. Over here you can see that this is Lucky Peak Reservoir. This is a great lake for water skiing or just getting out into the water. And this is a canyon area right here. So Southeast Boise is the only neighborhood that takes in the plateau area as well as the river valley area down here. In Southeast Boise, you've got Boise State right here, and this takes you closer to downtown. And then it's also very close to the Boise Airport, very close to the Boise River, close to that reservoir like I mentioned, and close to the freeway. Southeast Boise is a mix of apartments, condos, million-dollar river homes, plateau new homes, and many homes built in the 60s to the 90s. Southeast Boise is home to popular subdivisions like Lakewood and Columbia Village. Southeast Boise has easy access to downtown Boise, the river, and it's where many people who work for Boise State or Micron or the government choose to call home. The Oregon Trail runs through Southeast Boise, and also on the other end of Southeast Boise, you have access to the Greenbelt on the river. The median home price in Southeast Boise in June 2020 was $364,450, with a low of $149,500 and a high sales price of $1.156 million. And let's go from Southeast Boise to the Northeast or East Boise over here. Now again, these are kind of arbitrary lines out here. If you continue up Highway 21, this is where you will get into Idaho City. So over here is Wilderness Ranch. These are some mountain homes that are like log cabins or regular homes that are on some mountain property. But Northeast Boise, mostly you only have homes right down here close to the river because there aren't homes in these hills here. They're trails and reserved space. Northeast and East Boise runs straight east of downtown Boise. It's home to the old Idaho Penitentiary, the Botanical Gardens, and the Idaho Shakespeare Theater. It's close to foothill trails and, of course, the river and the Greenbelt trails. It only takes about 15 minutes to get to Lucky Peak Reservoir from East Boise, and it's about 10 to 15 minutes into downtown Boise. But it is about 30 minutes to get to the mall type of shopping from East Boise. Homes range from hilltop estates to 90s to 2000 built homes to new construction. A popular neighborhood in Northeast Boise is Harris Ranch. The median sales price in Northeast Boise in June 2020 was $555,000 with a low of $164,900 for a trailer home and a high of $1.675 million. So let's take one more overview of the map of everything we learned today. Here is Northeast or East Boise. Here is North Boise or downtown Boise. This is where Northwest Boise is located. We've got this little orange slice of Garden City. This light blue area is going to be the Boise Bench. Southwest Boise is going to be our light green area out here. West Boise is this purple area that borders Meridian. And then Southeast Boise is right here. Now, if you want that link to the free PDF relocation guide sent to you that outlines these areas and more of the areas in the Treasure Valley, it's very comprehensive. It talks about medical care, talks about school, talks about activities to do, then shoot me an email and I will make sure that that relocation guide gets sent to you in your inbox. If you want access to that Google map I was using today, there is a link in the description down below. I hope you got a great overview of all the neighborhoods in the Boise area today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.